Now we're moving on to myths, right? So we did a podcast on myths and what people were told growing up that weren't true. We did a lot of Indian ones, but I heard some from like many people. So do you remember how when you were in the car and you turned the light on in the car? Yeah. Some people were told that turning the light on in the car as the person's driving is illegal and you'll get pulled over for it. I can't lie. I still believe that until I was sent that message. And I was like, wait, what?
the little light next to the
when you press the little light in the car, you turn it on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And everything essentially is like lit up in the car and the driver loses their shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Right. And that person was told it was illegal. I was told that as well. I was like, you can't touch the light. Why? You'll get pulled over by the police. I was like, oh, okay. I still believe that until like about a month ago. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That reminds me of something else. I don't know if you had this, but say like you were in a car with your family, right? And you're going somewhere and you listen to music, but now you're at the point where you need to find parking. So
turn the volume down.
Right, yeah. Like, I just need to concentrate. I need to find space. Turn all the music off.
Nobody make a sound.
Yeah, nobody talk and look for spaces. And it used to be this thing. It's like, why is it such a stressful thing just to find a spot? And like, it's not like Mission Impossible where if you don't find it the next minute, like, I don't know, a goodie's gonna go. So it's like, just drive around a bit more. But it used to be this thing like, turn the music off. That is it now. This is
I
time
can't
for
lie, man. I do the same thing when I'm in the car.
Right.
I'll like when I'm trying to park. I always park in reverse. I hate parking forward. Right, I'll park in reverse. I got to look back.
Same.
Turn it down, and I'm like, okay, let me just look. And I'm like, wait, my dad used to do this. Never used to understand why. Now I know why. It makes so much sense. It makes sense. Yeah. So much sense.
There you go, man.
Another
Which
little
other
life
myths came up?
Not to drink from bathroom taps. Yeah.
This is a big one. So yeah,
this is a big one. So never drink from bathroom taps. I never used to, but
I do.
I think the water stopped in my flat once at uni downstairs, so I had to go upstairs and use the bathroom tap to fill up water. And I was just drinking. I was like, oh, it's fine. It's the same thing.
It's only
so I was thinking if I can wash my
mouth
out with it, then it's the same thing, right?
It's only when I go on holiday and I'm staying in hotels I was specifically asked, like, is it okay to drink?
Yeah, it depends on where you are, though, isn't it? I see that in India, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of places it's only bottled water, isn't it, that you drink? But yeah, at home, bathroom tap, absolutely.
Definitely controversial. Eat the crust on your bread and your hair will go curly. What?
Okay, I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, but there are people who just can't eat crust. Like my dad, he just leaves it. Like, it's pizza crust, it's crust on a sandwich.
No, okay, whoa, pizza crust, please don't break my heart. It tastes so good.
So good. Like, there's sometimes where I start the crust. I won't eat the whole crust in one line, but what I'll do is I'll start in the corner. I really like that crunchy bit.
Oh, you're a savage. Bite. Why would you start there at the end?
No. I do that. Then I go to the tip. Then I'll go to the tip.
Hang on. You've got the slice of pizza in your hand, right? You take a bite out at the end. Now you've got like a half lopsided pizza in your hand.
And then I go to the tip.
And you go to the tip.
Yeah. But I love crust, man. I think crust is awesome, man. I'm not really a fan of stuffed crust. I know that exists. Cheese and stuff.
Crust, I'm torn. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not. I like
sometimes, absolutely. Pan crust all the way.
Pan crust is good. If you
stuffed crust now,
you need to try one. Go to Caprino's in Erdington. They're a really good pizza joint. They're better than Domino's, etc. All the others. I'm telling you, I genuinely mean this. Go to Caprino's or go to New Oscott Fish Bar. Those two pizzas are the best two pizzas I've had in Birmingham. And me and my brother have tried loads out because he's like a pizza connoisseur.
Okay.
Yeah, he loves it.
The world opens up again, which isn't too long. Then
you can get it as takeout.
Well, no, let's make a date out.
Both takeout only.
You can bring it over, and then we can.
Oh, I'll bring it over. You know what, though, right? You know what? I'm popular again. I like a veggie pizza. So for Shindy, that's perfect. Shindy's your wife, right? It's perfect. She's veg. So I love a veggie pizza. Happily. I sometimes think that meat pizzas just aren't the one.
Pineapple and no pineapple on pizza.
Mate, Hawaiian is my favorite pizza, however. I have to say
good
that.
Good man.
Hawaiian
I love pineapple. I think pineapple has, often it'll be like, take the sweet corn away.
Yeah.
Just take it away. Take away this tasteless little yellow thing and put me some pineapple chunks on the pizza.
Put the pineapple chunks on the
pizza. I'm a happy chappy, man. Like, just double the pineapple up. Give me a whole slice of pineapple. And we do this thing at Indy. This kind of developed during lockdown where every Saturday, so today we're shooting today's Saturday.
Takeout day, right?
Tapas day.
Oh, tapas.
No, not takeout. Yeah, so we make our own stuff. And part of what we do in the tapas is always cheese and pineapple.
Yeah.
And this is something where I remember when I was growing up. So, I went to private school and you go to birthday parties for other people and non-Asian birthday parties, so white people's parties, they'd always have cheese and pineapple. Now, that isn't really something you eat generally in your house growing up as an Indian person. It just seemed like the most random combination ever. And I remember seeing, I just stay away from it. I'm like, Mary Connor, I don't want to. I don't want to eat that. Like, that doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
and then, like, last year we've been doing it, and also we travel, we do these things, and I'm much more into cheese now, having been married. Shindy really likes cheese, and we do cheese boards and stuff. But it's a great combination, man. I think it's pineapple. I think I just love pineapple. I think pineapple's awesome, awesome fruit, man. I had watermelon this morning. That was really nice.
I'm coming to that one as well. But the watermelon thing, it came up again, saying you can't have watermelon because it's too
with
much
water. Yeah, I asked my mom that often, and it's almost like I've sworn at her or something. She's like, "No, we don't talk about that." And it's like, no, you just some things you don't question. You get from parents sometimes, isn't it? But why? No,
they dropped that line.
because I said so. Like, you don't question these things.
I'm like, Mum, I'm 29. You can't say that to me anymore. No, you can't.
No.
Fine.
That's it. Gospel.
Going back to the crust one, I saw my niece and nephew. They used to eat crust, and they went to someone's house, came back, and now they don't eat crust anymore. And I'm like, what happened? And it was just because they saw somebody else do it, and then they didn't want to do it. They're like, oh, it's not nice anymore. I'm like, wait, you were yamming this the last time I gave it to you. What are you doing? Crust is good food. I'm like, no, I don't want it anymore. And I think it's because they went to school once, and I think somebody in their family cut the edges off on the crust because that's how they like it. And they had it like, oh, this actually tastes better. It doesn't really, but
it doesn't, man.
I guess it's controversial.
I like it when the crust is really crispy, almost not burnt, but like just crispy and crunchy. I'm just like, oh, I really love it, man. I do love it. Crust, crunchy crust. That's it. Yesterday on the live, if there's anybody listening to this now who actually watched the live with Sunny, once we finished, one of my school friends actually rang me, and he said, "Oh, why did you say crunchies?" Right? Because I said, "Oh, if you had everything in the world, you had all the money and all the crunchies," and it sounded really random. The backstory to that is when I went to Canada 2018. My cousin was graduating. Went to see Sunny as well. I said to him, "What do you want?" I'm coming from England. He said, "Give me 6 packs of crunchy bars."
6.
Because I don't know, there's 5 in a pack. It's like loads of crunchies, basically. Yeah. Because he absolutely loves crunchy bars. So
he loves him, when I was squash.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Squash.
When he first went to Canada and he's making his videos about what's not here.
Yeah.
He's like, you just can't find squash. That's interesting. This last weekend, I met a doctor who I'm working with. I didn't realize he was Canadian. Like I thought he was a bit Welsh, like clearly my radar's a bit off. But
how about your accent detector?
Yeah, absolutely. And then he was like, but he's been here a long time. He sounds really like English British, but there are words where he goes a bit Canadian. And I said, so how do you differentiate between American and Canadian? And he said, I'll give you a really easy example. So the word water, right? He said, if it's American, it's a T, and if it's a Canadian, it's a D. So water and water, water and water. So D, water, and water. That's the difference.
They sound the same. The way you just
said
it exactly the same.
Water. Okay, that sounds a bit weird when I say that. Water is a T, and then with a D. He did it much better than I'm doing it right now. But there is a subtle difference. And when he did it, I was like, yes, okay, I get it now.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. The water thing. Wow. Apparently, if you sneeze prior to leaving the house, you have to stomp your feet or eat something sweet.
I've heard it. Yeah. And there's something about salt and pepper or something. You throw things over your shoulder.
Isn't that rice? When a girl gets married, you got to throw it over her shoulder.
No, not that. Yeah, that is also the case.
I bet that's another one that was made up. And they're like, oh, well, if they throw rice, then you got to stomp your feet when you leave the house as well. Like, yeah, let's just take that home and see where it goes. Swear to God, someone made it up.
Isn't there the other one as well where, if you sneeze, somebody's thinking about you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, if you sneeze, someone's thinking about you or something. Yeah, or talking about you.
Talking about, yeah. I don't know if it's a nice thing or a bad thing.
I don't know if it's either, but I get hay fever, so I'm very flattered by that. Thank you.
So everyone's thinking about you.
Exactly. Having almonds prior to an exam, bruv, I told you this almond shit. It's not true. It's not real.
We talked about this brain food, bro.
Brain food, yeah, death food for me.
Right, and how many badams?
There isn't a number.
No, listen. One.
Why is it 5? Why is it 5?
It's always 5. Everything is 5.
Everything in 5. Everything.
Panj Padam. Every day. Swear nu. And you will be Prime Minister. You'll be scientist. You will have, that's it. Nobel Peace Prize. You will get it. Okay, you will get it if you have 5 nuts every single day.
Oh my days. Apparently apple juice can give you cancer. And I was like, were you told to stop drinking it growing up because you drank so much of it? That's what my answer was.
Yeah.
Washing your hair on Tuesday is bad.
Yeah.
I never understood that one, man.
Yeah.
Don't drink milk after eating fish. What?
Yeah. Yes, I've heard this.
Why? Why is that bad for
no
your
idea.
digestive tract?
No idea. You know, a lot of these things, like even you said at the start about how tea is good for your body. From a medical point of view, I actually don't know the research or the science on this, but I'd love to get into it. Because I do say to a lot of people a lot of the time that having certain medications in form of tablets, people were doing things and they were working, like things like we say that onions, for example, are like natural aspirin, they thin your blood, they increase blood flow. Like this whole thing about antioxidants, there definitely is something to that. Although there is like lots of marketing like Actimel and all these other drinks have come out, which I'm not really sure about. But there is a science to definitely what you eat and drink definitely has an impact on your body. That's certain things are cancer causing.
Well, I can't eat fish anyway, so I'm not at risk of that.
Right. Are you allergic to fish as well?
Mate, I'm allergic to fish. Yeah.
Fish,
weird because as a kid, I used to go to Mackey's with Dad, like on the last day of term. Yeah, he'd take me to Mackey's, and
last day of term.
Yeah. When you get picked up early at 2:00,
that's it. Oh yes. Yeah, that happy meal. Oh yes.
You go to the Mackey's drive-thru, and he always got me a fish fillet, and I was like, okay,
yeah.
I'd have that, and then my mum was always like, his eczema always flares up after he has this. He's allergic to McDonald's. I was like, no, please no, no.
Not fish.
McDonald's, right? And then we slowly started to realize, okay, I think he's allergic to fish. Apparently, I should try it again because I haven't had it for years. I used to be allergic to eggs. Now I can eat eggs fine. So maybe
should we do? What I'm thinking is a controlled experiment during a live podcast. God.
Right? Controlled experiment. You want to epidemic, don't you?
Get Sanj, get the fish, and let's go. Sanj is in this part of
that queue of people running to epidemic runs from Birmingham to London. I'm not even kidding, man. Everyone's waiting for it. They just want to stab me one time, honestly.
That's it. Right in the arse. Yeah.
Your fantasy. Apparently, you're gonna die if you eat just before you go swimming. Now I've heard that if you eat prior to swimming, you get indigestion, but you're gonna die. That's taking the piss, man.
That's quite extreme, man.
And then some. Never put your shoes together at night, or a ghost will come and get you. What?
Never put your
shoes together at night, or a ghost will come and get you.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I heard that one.
Ridiculous. I've never heard that before, honestly. So, what other ones is there? Let me just quickly wrap this one up. Step on a crack, you break your nan's back. What?
Step on a crack. That just sounds
and you'll
like
break your nan's back. Yeah.
Sounds like a rhyme, doesn't it? Yeah.
Don't walk into Bhangra practice with a pizza slice. So to give reference on that, one of our friends came to a Bhangra practice. Manny came to Bhangra practice and he was eating a slice of pizza. He finished the slice of pizza, which therefore implied that he had more pizza prior to coming to practice. Then he tried practicing with us and he was dying of stitch within about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so that's all the lactic acid buildup.
Absolutely. Clout.
I actually remember during Folk Stars competition, 2015, I think the hosts, so the people putting the event on, the event organizers, that's it. I think they were giving out Bronte with Daniel and Chad to the teams. And we didn't let any of our team have it. We were like, look, especially the unfit people, we were like, no, don't have this because we're going to stitch up. What is Bronte in English, Indy?
It's like a flavoured chapati, I guess.
Yeah, like a fat chapati.
With like so much butter.
That's stuffed. It's stuffed.
That's stuffed chapati. That's it. There you go.
Stuffed chapati. Yeah. Maybe that'd be a good podcast. Live Bronte team. We have all the different Bronte. Well, just have all the different Bronte. So stuffed bread, guys, if you're listening. And we have the green one called neti. All right.
Yeah.
We could have aloo, which is potato. We could have carrot. We can have cheese. Lots of different ones. and we
The
could
best
just
roti for me
right.
is the mob roti. So put in like lamb in it.
Right. Here's something for you. I have a
Absolutely.
friend. I have a really good friend whose favorite paratha stuffed thing. Right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Which is a bit like a little family thing they do. Is spam.
I've never eaten spam ever.
Spam paratha.
That's horrible.
Even my
What
friends
is
who don't
spam?
know,
Is it just processed like bologna? Is that basically it? That's the closest thing I can align it to, right?
I don't know. Let's get a definition. Let's have a look. What is spam? There you go. Somebody's thinking about it.
Someone's thinking about me, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Wikipedia. Spam is a brand of canned cooked pork.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. And this is put into the paratha. Yeah.
Just get some ham, man. Like, treat yourself.
You just don't put it in paratha, man. Like, it has no place in paratha. The paratha, the stuffed bread, guys, is made for aloo, potato. Okay, that is the most authentic form of it. You don't need to put spam in it. So, yeah, Raman, if you listen to this, stop it. Okay, just stop it. Stop it. No means no.
Don't jingle keys. It causes fights.
Hmm?
Don't leave the house at 1:45. So 1:45, 1:45, it's bad luck. Never heard that.
Right. Okay.
So I'm supposed to wait 1 minute past, and then whose clock do I abide by? Mine, yours, the clock on the stairs. What, like, dumb. Don't hoover after dark. Yeah, obviously don't hoover after dark because you'll get battered, mate. People are asleep. Why would you hoover after dark? I understand the logic behind that. Unless it's like winter time, then it's 4 o'clock. You want to hoover, then what? Then you're stuck, aren't you? Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like a nighttime activity, does it? Unless you have somebody who.
Well, nor does cleaning dishes, but you know.
What?
Nor does cleaning dishes either. Like, it's not a nighttime thing. It's still housework. So why can you do that at night, but you can't hoover? Because I've heard my mum clang dishes downstairs, and I'm upstairs still trying to sleep in the morning. I'm like, Mum, I swear to God, you would make more noise if you just bang dishes together. Honestly, instead of just trying to.
But if you're in your kind of thinking there, then so you make dinner, you eat dinner, what, you just leave the dishes till the next morning?
Some people do. Some people do. I don't. I put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Okay. So you do something with them. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know about leaving it till. The only time we do that is if it's really late and we've hosted a party or something.
Yeah, you're tired.
Then
it's gonna go back.
Yeah. Like, just put water into things and just whatever makes it smell isn't too bad, and then just deal with it.
This is the most outrageous one I've heard. Don't brush your hair at night because that's what prostitutes do.
Wow, I don't even know where to begin on that.
I don't even know where that comes from. Right?
Because I do it every night. So
do I.
That metric,
I have to.
We are both.
We are both male prostitutes.
Gigolos. Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Guys, if you listen to this and you want to have an evening with either of us, okay,
please don't.
Male escort service. To be honest, you probably have more from Indy, right? Go directly to Indy. He's a lot more fun than me. So there you go.
Oh wow. Jesus, thanks, man.
Do you want to tell them what does it include, Indy? If you take somebody out and you're the escort, what does it include? Where would you take them to eat? Is it going to be pizza with crust?
Hang on, no. They have to treat me, man. Right? Okay, you got to take me to a place that I want to eat.
Okay, so where do you want to be dined?
Where do I want to eat? Where do I want to? You know what? I haven't been to a restaurant in so long. I'm actually stumped. Let's see. I wouldn't say it's got to be in Birmingham, right? Probably like a Miller and Carter. But not the one.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Not the one. Yeah.
You're a man. This is a premium escort. This guy, like I thought you would have come back.
However, escorts don't necessarily put out at the end. So I'm like, okay.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Here's a question.
Which means I'm just going for company. Wait. So if you want the company, that's the price.
Wait. Listen. Here's the deal breaker. Ready?
Yeah. Go on.
Hand holding, yes or no?
No.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Guys, if you want to hold Indy's hand, it's going to be a bit more.
I'll explain that in the engagement story. I'll finish the podcast on that in a sec. Oldie but a goldie, which is opening an umbrella indoors is bad luck. And apparently, don't lick a cooking spoon, otherwise it will rain on your wedding day. So it's definitely going to rain on my wedding day then.
Wow, that's
another new one.
Now, what's the time frame in that? Like, you have cereal when you're age 9 and you just, I don't know, you lick it.
No, I reckon that your mum has made like some really good food in like a dish, and the kid just wants to taste it. So they're just like, oh, I can't be bothered to get a spoon. Let me just get the big spoon and lick it and put it back.
Right. Again, at age 9, and then that's it. Your wedding's going to rain. And,
that's it, done, finished. Even though they're thinking, I need to meet someone first. But okay. Definitely thinking logically there. Thank you, mum and dad, for that.